Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to another podcast by Bradley Young from RWA Productions. Paul Wilson is sitting alongside me, my contender and assistant manager, what I would call him. Say good evening,
Good evening, everybody.
And down below me, we have Jason Robson making his second appearance within 3 nights on the show. Say good evening, everyone, Jason.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Jason. So tonight we're going to talk about the second leg, the off semi-final, Luton versus Sunderland. We're going to talk about, obviously, Tory Mowbray might be getting sacked or he could be leaving Sunderland. There's a bit of a mix-up there between leaving Sunderland and selling. Let's see what happens. There's an echo from somewhere. There's a really bad echo from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm getting at this end as well.
Yeah, I was receiving that.
Testing. Very bad echo. Right.
Yeah.
So tonight, guys, we're going to talk about the playoff semi-final. The finished Luton Town 2, Sunderland 0, down at Kenilworth Road. So Paul Wilson.
Brad, I'm going to get you. Just you wait till Saturday.
So Paul, what do you think of that game on last night's fixture? What did you think?
Well, actually, I wasn't happy at all with the performance.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add to that?
I just couldn't get that he actually changed it. No, the system.
Yeah.
The system from Saturday. Why did they change it?
Exactly. I don't know why they changed it, to be honest. But Jason, what's your views on this game last night? What did you think of the second leg?
I think it shambles, honestly. We couldn't get it up. The pitch, like Luton did. And they're used to their pitch as well, confined. They're confined. So they had the advantage there. So just don't think they played well enough like we did on Saturday.
Yeah, well, for me, exactly the same what Jason and Paul just said themselves, to be honest. It just sums it up at its finest, doesn't it, really, how we played last night. We really played some poor football last night. The passing wasn't great. It was very gritty. But overall, to be honest, I can't blame the Sunderland players this season, to be honest. They have tried their hardest this season to get playoffs. And you know what? Tory Mowbray came in as a manager. And I'm saying this over and over and over again so people can get it through their heads and actually agree. Because Tory Mowbray has come in this season to get mid-table, to consolidate Sunderland in the Championship. But instead of doing that, he's went beyond that and actually got us to the playoffs. Playoff semi-final against Luton first leg, obviously. All went good. 1-2-1. Ahmad Diallo scored. You had Trey Hume scoring that day as well. You had obviously was it Adebayo for them who scored? Adebayo who scores for Luton Town first goal. Obviously their first goal, obviously what they scored, Luton Town came from an absolutely, I don't know, come from a cross, I think. It crossed into the box and there was a bit of a head tennis going on. Quite a few players were heading it, quite a few players were trying to head it away, but it come back to this Luton player, came back to Tom Lockyer, passed it into Willie Carlton Morris. Carlton Morris couldn't do anything. Anthony Patterson comes out and saves it, and Adebayo scoops it into the top left corner to make it 1-0 Luton. Obviously, second half, before the second half, obviously Pritchard's free kick, he dipped it Ahmad and he bent it to the top left corner to make it 1-1 to Sunderland. Obviously, half time arrived. Half time came, finished 1-1 in the half. Come back out second half. And obviously, we dominated second half. I think absolutely dominated second half against Luton. I think on the first leg. Obviously, it came to Gerhardt. He passed it left to Clark. Back to Ahmad, back to Jack Clark, and Jack Clark scoped it across, and there was Trey Hume on the header, which was fantastic, really fantastic header from Trey Hume. And obviously, he's a right back, he's not a striker. And this is the problem as well. He was playing right up as a striker position. Did you not say the other day, Paul? He was right up the top of the pitch.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I am going to do a bit of may I say, a bit of advertising for this shop company. So it's my mum's friends who own this shop who I got this hat from. So if you take a moment just to share this, it would be good. Please follow it on Facebook. It's called Computer Clinic. So please take a look at Washington Galleries. They do amazing stuff. They've done Sunderland hats. If you can see here, they can fix computers and everything else. And if you look at, let's have a look here. I think it's Mark Bailey. So if I type in Mark Bailey, and it comes up. 2 seconds. He is a Newcastle fan, by the way, but he was selling Sunderland hats the other day. And I managed to get myself one, obviously what I'm wearing now. So, if you want, I think there's a few hats available left. So, if you want a hat, go into Computer Clinic. They're only £10 each for this hat, playoff hat, semi-finals, obviously a hat on. And it's got 2023 playoffs, fuck the mags and everything else, what you want to know about Newcastle United, because quite a few Sunderland fans don't like Newcastle United. So, just to let you know, guys, £10 each, and just to let you know, it is reversible as well. So it's a reversible hat, as you see. I'm doing a bit of advertising for them. Reversible hat. So if you want to wear it as a plain red hat, you can. But there's a badge in the middle. £10 each, guys. Get them before they go. That's all I've got to say. Get them before they sell out. So we'll go into the manager situation now. Obviously, Tony Mowbray might be leaving Sunderland, and obviously, this person could be joining and this person could be joining. So I'm going to bring up these two managers right now, the manager profiles in the transfer market, to see which manager is suited for the Sunderland job. So I'm going to bring up this one first, which is Matthias Giassi. So I'm going to bring up his record. So if you can all see that, can you see that, everybody? Anyone see that? Should be sharing anything it now.
Yeah, there
Can you see it? It's on the screen. So Matthias, his current club now is RB Salzburg. He's a citizenship of Germany, obviously born in Germany, 35 years of age. April the 5th, 1988, he was born. Obviously, he's been managing for over a year now. He's got a UEFA license, and his preferred formation is a 4-3-1-2. So, Bundesliga. So, go get them off because I don't know what them are doing on my bloody screen. So, I don't know what that's doing on my screen either. Some disappointing things on my screen this evening. Bundesliga. So, 28 matches. He's won 20, drawn 7 and lost 1. Points on 67, and his points per match was 2.39. His record that's come out on the Bundesliga. In the Europa UEFA Champions League, he's played 6 games, won 1, drawn 3, and lost 2. OFB Cup, he's played 4 games, won 3, and lost 1. In his Europa League, is 1-1, drawn none, and lost 1. So, what do you think as a manager he would do? Do you think he'll bring some credit to Sunderland, or what do you think, Paul? What are you thinking?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I would rather stick with Tony Mowbray.
Rather stick with Tony Mowbray. What about you, Jason? Record like that's been so good, I think.
Yeah,
Actually agree.
only one loss. But,
Only one loss. Do you think?
I think-
do you actually agree
I
on
think-
Matthews, Jurassic? Do you actually agree?
No, I think I prefer Tony Mowbray. Like,
Tony Mowbray as well. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Put it this way, Brad. I did say to Barons last night, I would be disappointed in the club if they got rid of Mowbray.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. So what we're going to do is now, guys, is we're going to bring up this manager, Francesco. We're going to bring up this one now.
Or Liam would actually have him.
There's some really bad echoing going on. What's wrong? Let's share that. So this is the second manager who we're linked with. Francesco Ferrari. He is 34 years of age. He's an Italian manager. 2 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this because I'm sick of this echo. 2 seconds. So it's not you. Let's see if it's me. Talk, Paul, I don't know.
No, it's not you, Brad.
Let's test this 2 seconds. I'm just going to keep this alright. 2 seconds. Can we hear you? Is that alright, Paul? Is that better?
Yep.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. That's perfectly fine, to be honest. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. Echoes from Jason.
Oh God,
It doesn't matter, like, I can hear, I suppose. It doesn't matter. So, Matthews Julassi. So, he's been in the Bundesliga. No, not that one. Francesco Ferrari. All in April 10, 22 matches, 6 games, 1 draw, and 9 losses. So, what do you think of that one?
I would rather keep Mowbray.
Comment on the chat and say all the to be honest, I would have this one, to be honest. I think that Matthew has got a lot to improve. He's got a lot to intend on in this club, to be honest. So, we're going to choose our team of seasons now for championship. 2 seconds.
On that, Liam, because Liam just said that I'm thinking I'm also Mowbray out.
Well, my best partner like Sunderland is will be Patterson and goal. To be honest, second and you left. I will go for Neil. shoot.
I was going to say on mid-shoot, he's actually said
Oh.
goodbye on social media.
Roberts.
We don't know what's going to happen with mid-shoot.
Gerhardt. And I'll say Diallo. So that would be nice. Team of the season, guys. And by the way,
Coventry's winning
Coventry's
1-0.
just scored 1-0
Yeah.
Coventry. So
I bet that was Victor. Victor that scored, I bet, yeah.
Yeah. So
No, it was good.
you Roberts, Gerhardt and Diallo. So Paul, tell me your starting 11 for your team of the season. What would you think? No, edit it for you.
For me, it's got to be that team that you've put, Brad.
Will it?
Yeah, it is.
Right. What about the championship itself overall? Like championship. All teams in the championship. Do you realize Right. So, Paul, what do you think? For your championship squad, what do you think? For your actual championship squad, who would you have in goal?
Straight away, it would be Patterson.
Patterson, right. Centre back for any championship team who you like this season, who would you put there? Or to the championship team of the season now?
I don't know, actually.
Right, I'll put what I'm thinking. I'll put it here. It's on change that, and I'll put Ahmed. Put that Ahmed Hodzic for Sheffield United. I think he's been playing really well this season. Over centre back, I'm gonna go Lockyer, to be honest. Lockyer had a good game last night. Right back, who would you have, Paul?
Hume.
Keep Hume as right back then. What about left back? Would you change your left back?
I don't know.
Right. We're going to go top end of the pitch. What do you think, top end of the pitch? What do you think? Do you think we could change?
I'm going to say Coventry's main goal scorer, Victor.
Red?
What is his first name?
Gigaret?
Yeah, that's him.
The striker beside him? Who would you have beside him? Would you have Akpom?
Yeah.
Akpom. Who would you have this right hand side?
I don't know. I'll probably keep Roberts there.
Roberts there. What about this? What about these two?
I don't know about them too.
Don't know about them either. Well, I'll put think who I could have a centre mid. Tell you what, we'll go for thinking who's the centre mid these days. Tell you what, we'll keep that there. Change this. No, I'll change that one, to be honest, right. Centre midfield, I'm gonna go for bloody hell, I don't even know myself. There's been some good players this season in centre mid, to be honest, for the teams. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go because even though he was a Sheffield United player on loan from Manchester City, I'm going to say McAtee. I think he deserves to be in that starting 11 for the Championship season of the year, team of the year, to be honest. And beside him, I'm actually going to change my shoot. I'm going to put Doyle there beside him. So McAtee and Doyle deserve to be there, both Sheffield United players. Left hand side, I'm going to put Bogle left hand side, and then up front we'll have Gires and Akpom. So that is my starting 11 for this team of the year. I'm actually going to get it up on a big photograph now for you all to see. Right. James McAtee has been amazing for us this season. Yeah, that's why I put him there occasionally, to be honest, because I think he's been a top scorer. I think he's actually been scoring quite a few goals as well for Sheffield United. So, yeah, and also Tommy Doyle has been playing this season well as well. Yeah, Tommy Doyle's been playing well as well occasionally, to be honest. And don't forget, guys, because it's the end of the season now as well. We're going to talk about Sunderland itself this season. We're going to talk about a lot about Sunderland for the last 10-15 minutes of the show. So, we're going to talk about Tony Mowbray. How do you think Tony Mowbray has been this season for Sunderland? What do you think? Sum it up in a few words, Paul. What do you think? And I'll go over to Jason and do Jason's in a minute. What do you think?
I'm going to say Mowbray has done an outstanding job.
Outstanding job? Okay. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, okay. Outstanding job. My dad would actually say the same if he was on the stream. He would say he's been a brilliant and outstanding manager
Yeah,
for us.
because the reason I've said that is look at the way Alex Neil left us. You know, we never knew Alex Neil was going to leave us, and the other way Neil actually left us, you know, Tony Mowbray came straight in, and look how far he's took us, Brad, this season.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You can't fault Tony Mowbray for that, but obviously, if Alex Neil didn't leave to go to Norwich, where do you think he would have took with Paul?
We wouldn't have got playoffs.
Do you not
If
think
Alex Neil was still here.
Do you not think? Not with this team. You don't actually think we'll get playoffs?
No.
No.
I think Alex Neil boys would have got us mid-table. I don't think we would have been.
Okay.
I don't think we would have went for the playoffs under Alex Neil.
We're going to mute for 2 seconds, Paul. I'm going to go back to Jason and let him have his say 2 seconds. So, Jason, what did you think?
I think Tony Mowbray's done he's done good this season. He's done stunning. You know, to pick up from after in promotion, you know, from start of the season with a squad that, you know, he's played with he's managed a few of the squad, I think. And pick up from that and manage the rest to get into the playoffs and win the first leg. I think that's just really good from Tony.
And obviously, he's had Corey Evans at Blackburn at the club as well. At his former club, he had Corey Evans at Blackburn. Did you think if you got out injured, 2 seconds, I'll rephrase that. So, if you think if Corey Evans didn't go out injured, do you think he would have played better, Jason, or not?
I reckon he would have played better, Corey Evans. I think. Yeah, I reckon he would have done a lot better if he wasn't injured.
Because the thing is, you've got to look at he's a good physical midfielder, isn't he? He's a good physical, aggressive midfielder. He'll get in there and actually play some good fluid style football. Do you actually agree, Jason?
Yeah, I do. He's just out amazing, Corey Evans. No, I think he would have been a lot better if he wasn't injured. But.
And obviously as well, you've got to look at this as well. You've had a lot of injuries out. Like you've had Ross Stewart out. You've had a lot of players who have been out, but some of them have come back. You've had Lyndon Gooch out most of the season a few times. You've had Adrian Alessi out for the season as well, but he's come back on the bench last night to feature in the second leg's game against Luton Town. When he came on, also, Jason, before we move on to different players as well, do you think Adrian Alessi actually played quite well when he came on? I think he actually looked sharp.
No, I think he did. He looked, he was in good shape, you know. I reckon he would have been better if he started, like, but yeah, he came on good when he was good when he came on.
The thing is, though, I'm going to question this to everybody here. I'm going to say from Paul's point of view now first, before I go back to Jason. Do you think, Paul, obviously Sunderland pitch at the Stadium of Light, obviously we won them 2-1 at our home ground, but obviously when we went to Kenilworth Road at the same time, we got beat 2-0 at their ground. Do you think it was because the home supporters were behind them as well as us for that game? Like, do you think the home supporters are like behind both clubs really? Because obviously when we had them at the Stadium of Light, the home fans were behind us, weren't the 46,000 were behind us. When obviously when we went down there was 9,000 fans praising them on for the win as well down there. So do you think it's about home fans criteria? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think it is. That's because I actually have to agree with. I know Rob Edwards is their manager, but I've got to agree with everything he said in his post match. I never thought. He actually said last night, actually on Sky, like our fan base, he was actually impressed, actually with our crowd actually on Saturday.
And obviously as well, Paul. Trying to think what I was going to say. Obviously, Amad Diallo was attacked last night by Luton fans. I think it's absolutely disgraceful behaviour. In fact, do you think we'll get punished for this?
Well, that supporter has, because Luton has actually banned that supporter from actually attending the games.
Right. Anyway, going back to Jason, 2 minutes, Paul. I'll mute you for a couple of minutes. So Jason, obviously with Ross Stewart, I was talking to you about before, and we're talking about losing Lyndon Gooch for the season a bit, and we've lost Luke O'Neill for a bit. And obviously, Dennis Firkin was missing a few games with his red cards, and he came back scoring goals like fire. And obviously, we lost Corey Evans with an injury, Joseph Bennett. We've lost all our staff players, really. But you know what? We've never given up as a team. We've always been gritty and aggressive as a team. Obviously, Ballard and Bath, you've got to look at them too as well. Them lot have been giving us a lot of great teamwork for the season. Obviously, Ballard and Bath was out for the last month or so, both of them. So, overall, do you think the squad's done good without them, Jason?
Yeah, I think we've done fairly decent without them. Tony Mowbray's found ways to sort the squad out. Find ways to try and get fit players without them. I think they've done pretty good without them. I think it'll be good. I think next season will be a dominant team with them back.
All right, Dog.
I reckon next season with the star players back, I reckon we'll be a dominant team.
Aye. So, Paul Wilson, question for you now. Do you think, exactly the same what Jason said, do you think this team's done good without our star players?
Yeah, they've done. Yeah. I'm actually proud of this team.
One second.
Because I even said the same to Bowers on that, which Bowers would back us up if he was actually watching. Last night, once the final whistle went, I was a bit upset that the season ended the way it has. But straight away, I looked at Bowers. And I said to him, "Well, what a season we've had." The injuries Mowbray's actually had to put up with. I'm going to say this now, Brad. If all those injuries were free, we would have beat Luton last night.
Exactly, we would. And obviously, one last question before going to the championship table, how well we've done this season as well, because we're going to look over the championship table as well, obviously. Do you think as well, 2 seconds, what do you think about, no. What you are a daft little person who has got a fake account. So blocking you. So, what I was going to say again, I was going to say something. So if Ross Stewart and Corey Evans were fit all season, and obviously your GLSE, your Dennis Serkins, your O9s, your Ballards, your Baths, so far, even your Pattersons was out for a bit of the season at the start of the season. Bass had to cover him for a bit, and obviously Patterson came in for 2 games after. Do you think, even though all these squad players were missing, do you think if all these were kept fit, do you think actually we would have got automatic promotion if we actually got through that round? Do you actually think, got through the matches, do you actually think we would have got automatic promotion if you think about it? Even Ross Stewart, if he was fit as well, you've got to think of him as well. Because obviously scoring 10 goals in 13 games was like magnificent, really.
Yeah, to be honest, I actually think we would have.
Yeah.
The thing is, after the game last night, I said to Bowers, whatever happens next season, Sunderland has to go for promotion next season.
Oh, I had to go one I was going to talk to you on as well, because before we go off, 2 seconds, I can find it. We're going to talk about this.
Because in a way, Brad, I am pleased the season has finished because Mowbray actually did say the other day that even if we got to Wembley, Dennis Serkin actually wouldn't have been available for Wembley.
Oh, right.
He would have been missing.
So we've got a few things to go through. 2 more things before we go off. 2 seconds, we get Jason's point of view from this automatic promotion thing. So, Jason, do you think we would have got automatic promotion if all these players were fit?
I think we would have, I reckon we could have got in second at least. We had the squad.
Even first, to be honest, I think we would have beat Burnley, to be honest. If we had that scores, I think we would have finished on 100 points, to be honest.
Yeah, alright. We might have. I reckon we could have drawn with Burnley if we had the squad. Because I think Burnley have shown that they're a dominant team this season.
Right, then we're going to go through 2 more things. We'll explain. We're going to go through the championship table, and we're going to go through Sky Bet Championship winners and playoffs for 2023-24. What the odds are for Sunderland to get playoffs or the winning next season. So, which one would you prefer first, guys? Would you prefer the championship table or the championship winnings? What would you prefer? I know which one you would prefer. I think you would prefer the championship winnings myself, but we'll see.
Winnings.
The winnings, Jason? No worries, we'll go to the championship winnings then. Come on then. So, we're going to go for share screens. We're going to go for championship winnings 23-24. So
bring
if
us
you can
good
see
news.
that, guys.
Bring us good news, please.
So, Sky Bet winners with the 23-24 season, you've got Southampton, which is 9-1, Watford at 10-1, West Brom at 10-1 as well, Norwich at 12-1, Ipswich at 14, Sunderland at 16s, Stoke at 18s, Millwall at 20s, Blackburn at 22s, and Swansea at 22s. Also, if I want to go down the rest of the fixtures, you've got your Cardiff, which is at 28-1, Hull at 28-1, QPR 28-1, Birmingham City 33-1, Bristol City 33-1, Huddersfield 33-1, Preston 33-1, Plymouth 40-1, and Rotherham 66-1 on. 66-1 on favourites. I mean, 66 to 1 on contenders to go down, hopefully, to the League One, where they belong. So, the next one what we're going to talk about is the Sunderland. So we'll
I'll
talk about
take
the
16.
promotion.
I'll take 16 to 1 now.
So, for the winnings of promotion, Southampton is 5 to 2. Watford is 3 to 1. West Brom is 3 to 1. Norwich is 100 to 30. Ipswich is 7 to 2. Sunderland's 4 to 1. Stoke is 9 to 2. Millwall is 5 to 1. Blackburn is 6 to 1. And Swansea is 6 to 1. So what do you think of that, Paul? 4 to 1 for promotion
I'll
next
take it.
season.
I'll take that now. I will grab that now.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I'll grab that now.
25. Right. If I get my bank account next week and get me betting sorted, I'm actually going to show you live. I'm actually going to do it. I'm actually going to put £25 on Sunderland to get promoted next season on a 4 to 1 bet. Hopefully,
I hope it comes off.
And the next one is the playoffs for next season. Is playoffs. So Sunderland top 6 finish. So let's have a look. So Southampton are even money. Watford is 6 to 5. West Brom is 6 to 5. Norwich are 11 to 8. Ipswich is 6 to 4. Sunderland are 13 to 8. Stoke is 7 to 4. Millwall's 2 to 1. Blackburn's 9 to 4. And Swansea's 9 to 4. So what do you think of that one? Quite a low increase again of favourites, kind of, to get myself playoffs next season. To have another go. What do you think of that, Paul?
I think the club are going for top 2 finish next season.
Top 2,
I think they'll go for it.
Yeah.
Even if Mowbray is here or not, I think the club will go for it.
I haven't got a relegation on Sky Bet, but I've got it on Paddy Power, so I'm not going to go on to there, but I will explain what it is.
Do not say Sunderland's odds for relegation. Don't.
Well, this is one thing you should be happy for, because Sunderland to go down are 150 to 1. 150 to 1 if Sunderland go down to League One. Apparently, Sunderland are the highest non-favourites to go down.
I don't want to go back down.
The favourites to go down next season are Northampton Town. No, not Northampton Town, sorry.
I was going to say.
Level League One. Favourites to go down next season
I'm going to guess Rotherham will be one of them.
Rotherham's one of them. Sheffield Wednesday is one of them to be confirmed.
Southampton?
What did you say?
Southampton?
Southampton are 40 to 1 to go down to League One. So double relegation, that could be a bit of a one, 40 to 1.
Depends who they get as manager as well.
Also, Everton at 100 to 1 to go down. Who will have a bet on 100 to 1? You put tenner on that. £101. £110 back. Well, I won't have a shot at that with 100 to 1 if you put a tenner on that. You actually win 10 times. You actually win £1,001 back if Everton go down next season. So it's worth a shot, to be honest. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my bookmakers on Sunday, and I'm going to put £10 on Sunderland to get promoted next season at their price. I'm going to keep it at that price. I'm going to keep my bet slip down here all season next season. And if it comes in, I'll be walking into the bookies and I'll be coming out with one happy man.
I just got a feeling we'll go for it next year.
Championship table, guys, as well. So, this is
because
important.
we don't know what recruitment's going to come in. I know Speakman's already working on the recruitment, but we don't know what players are going to come through the door.
So, this is all we should be looking at, really. So, 1st to 17th, we don't need to look at the rest of the table. So, Burnley, obviously, are on 101 points, 129 games, lost 3 and drawn 14. That is an amazing record for them, to be honest. Sheffield United underhands as well. 28 games won, is that, or 25? 28 games won, 7 draws, 11 lost. As well, Sheffield United could have won a lot more games, to be honest. Don't know if he's all going to agree on that. Luton Town overall, 21 wins, 17 draws and 8 losses. Middlesbrough, 22 wins, 9 draws and 15 defeats. Coventry is 15 wins, 16 draws and 12 defeats. And Sunderland is 15 wins, 15 draws and 13 losses under Tony Mowbray. So, first season back in the Championship, you know what? I'll snatch your hands off your
That's
boys
not
straight
bad,
away.
that.
It's not a bad record, that, you know. And we've had 68 goals this season. So if you look at that, we've got I think we've got the fifth highest goal scoring in the Championship. The 5th highest team to score in the Championship. That, you know what? That's amazing. Coming from League One, these players have had their heart, their sorrow for this club. For the past 4 years, we've had a lot of tearfulness cries. We've had a bit of a Netflix joy. We've had a season 1 sung until I die. We've had season 2 sung until I die. Season 3 sung until I die. Hopefully coming out soon, apparently. Apparently. Netflix cameras were there a few weeks back or a few months back. Hopefully, all this Netflix malarkey will stop. Hopefully, and we will have some happiness, some joyfulness times in the Championship next season. Hopefully, we'll get promoted to the Premiership, which will see a few happy faces, a few smiling faces, a few cheerful faces, and a few ecstatic faces going back up to that Premier League where they belong. Because Sunderland, I've always said this, Sunderland do not belong in the Championship or League One. They belong in the Premiership all day long for me. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if any keyboard warriors come on here and go, Sunderland don't deserve to be in the Premier League. Of course they deserve to be in the Premier League. What we've done is, for this club to go straight back up to the Championship after 4 years of tearfulness, some sorrow, some heartfulness, losses in League One. Obviously, the playoff finals against Charlton, playoff finals against Portsmouth, going to Wickham, getting the playoff final win for like the 4th time in a row of getting the playoffs, actually winning the promotion, going back up to the Championship. I bet you there were so many fans, so many players were so happy with this team going up and up and up where they deserve to be. So hopefully next season, guys, stick with your team and hopefully let the Roker Roar sing next season. Let the Roker end. Let's do the Roker end next season, guys. We need to get this Roker end singing next season because this season has been not so good. So let's see if we can keep it up next season, guys, and keep up the faith, guys. Right then, guys, that's me done for this evening now.
Think of it, Brad. We've got the right owner now as well.
We've got the right owner in charge. We've got KLD in charge. Don't worry, guys, if you think I've got a power cut in my house. It's quite dark in the house. I don't want to use the lights for it.
It's just gone dark, actually.
So I'm going to take this big hat off my head because it's getting a bit sticky. It's getting a bit itchy now. So from myself, Bradley Young, from Paul Wilson, who loves Callum Wilson's brother, basically. Take a bite, everyone, Paul.
See you later, everybody.
He's going to get me on Saturday.
See you later, everybody, and see you next season. And
Jason Robson, also known as his Robinson's Orange Squash, and also known as his Blackcurrant Juice. Say goodbye, everyone, Jason.
See you later, everyone. Take care.
We'll catch you on Sunday. So take care and goodbye for now, everybody.